All right, let's dive into this fucking week. It's been a wild one, and a lot of seemingly random threads are starting to connect in a big way. We're going to cut through the noise and talk about the grand vision for AI in space, the absolute ground war being won by FSD, how the competition is just fumbling, and then we'll hit some rapid-fire updates. Let's get straight into it.
The whole week, the whole goddamn play, boils down to this one word Elon's been hammering: convergence. We're really starting to see the pieces of Tesla, XAI, and SpaceX click together. And honestly, the picture it's forming is pretty damn intimidating.
So let's figure that out. Is he just blowing a bunch of sci-fi smoke, or is this the master plan finally coming into focus? Because it really feels like the end game is being revealed piece by painful piece for everyone else.
First up, the big one, the grand vision. And I'm not kidding, it's a huge one. We're talking about moving the entire AI infrastructure into fucking orbit. The argument is that the exawatt future of AI just physically cannot happen on Earth. Look, the logic is dead simple. Classic first principles thinking. AI data centers are slamming into the power wall on Earth. You literally can't find enough power for them anymore. So, the only way to scale to the exawatt level is to go where the power is basically infinite and free.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting, the raw economics. This white paper breaks it all down, and the numbers are just staggering. On Earth, running a 40-megawatt cluster for 10 years, you're going to burn through about $167 million just in power costs.
And in space, it's about 95% cheaper. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. 95%. This isn't just some minor improvement, man. It's a total paradigm shift in the cost of compute. We are talking orders of magnitude.
And look, for anyone out there thinking this is some impossible sci-fi pipe dream, some engineering fantasy, Elon himself says, no, this is actually easier than the Starlink V3 satellites the SpaceX team is already cranking out. It's an engineering problem they've basically already solved.
Okay, but a space AI fever dream is just that, a dream if you can't execute on the ground. So let's bring it back down to Earth and talk about the ground war, because that's where the data gets made and the AI gets proven.
I mean, the FSD awakening is happening right now, in real time. You've got hardcore auto journalists, guys who live and breathe this shit, like Jason Camiza, going from total skeptic to saying he put his 75-year-old mom in one. That's a hell of a shift.
And it's not just the pros, you know? You got guys like Chuck Cook, a longtime owner, a vocal critic, basically saying he can just chill in the back seat now. Supervision is becoming an afterthought. The progress is it's undeniable at this point.
And this just shows you it's going global. People are running this thing through Munich rush hour, 0 interventions, and they're saying flat out, it's ready for Europe. The only thing holding it back now is the damn regulators.
Okay, let's talk about noise versus signal for a second. You've probably seen that clip of Optimus falling over. The Bears are having a field day. But let's be real, it was being remote controlled. It's noise. The signal is that Cortex-2, the actual brain for the robot, is getting its transformers installed in Austin as we speak. Then you have this massive political tailwind. Trump's new executive order is basically a green light from the feds to steamroll all the state-level bullshit and bureaucracy, like in California that's trying to kneecap AI development. This is a huge deal for deployment speed.
All right, so while all that's happening, what's the competition doing? Let's take a look, because the contrast is, well, it's pretty fucking stark.
So Rivian has their big AI day. And what do they show off? LiDAR. They're literally strapping a Christmas tree of sensors onto their trucks because they don't have the data, they don't have the AI, and frankly, they don't have the balls to go vision only and solve the real problem.
And this is the whole point, right? James Duma just nailed it. If you put 8 legs on a chair, I'm going to have questions. It's not a feature, it's a crutch. It's basically an admission that your core AI sucks and you have to bolt on all this other crap to make it work. And Elon's bullseye emoji just says it all.
And it's not just Rivian. I mean, look around. You got Waymo cars with all their precious LiDARs still crashing into each other in San Francisco. Nissan's throwing some Hail Mary while they're financially screwed. And Hyundai's camera system? Yeah, maybe in 2027. It's a race for a very, very distant second place.
All right, rapid fire round. Let's hit some of the other key updates this week for the real ones who follow this shit closely.
Okay, this smart roof patent, everyone's freaking out thinking it's Starlink. It's not. It's for GNSS. But the real story here is that it's a massive manufacturing win for the unbox method. Integrating electronics right into the roof, that's pure Tesla. Remember, the best part is no part.
Meanwhile,
Giga Shanghai just casually pumped out its 4 millionth car. Just look at this timeline. The speed, the scale, it's absolutely insane. That factory is cranking out about half of Tesla's entire global output. The machine that builds the machine is on fire.
Okay, so some bad news. Power share with Powerwall? Delayed. Pushed to mid-2026. Turns out, getting the car and the Powerwall to negotiate who's the boss of the grid without a network connection is, well, a hard fucking problem. This is not easy stuff.
And in what might be the most Tesla move of all time, yeah, they made a $350 plaid pickleball paddle. And no, it's not just a logo slap. Their engineers actually worked on the aerodynamics to give it record-breaking spin, because why the fuck not?
So, you step back and look at the week. You got space data centers, federal AI mandates, and competitors still fumbling around with LiDAR. And you just have to ask yourself, what business are we even talking about anymore? Is this even a car company anymore? Seriously. Chew on that. We'll see you next week.